Hello and welcome to a new YouTube video. My name is Lucas and today what I got for you guys is just going to run through some of my favorite best purchases from the past year. Before I do get started as well, of course, if you're already around here, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, notification bell. Really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok as well, as I post there quite regularly. Also trying a new camera today, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out well, but just gonna jump right into it and some of my best purchases. I feel like I haven't really bought that much this year, but I know definitely looking back through some of my pickups videos, I definitely did acquire a lot of pieces and things. So like I said, just gonna share some of my favorites throughout the year. Now the first piece actually I didn't buy. It was gifted to me by my friend Osh, and this is gonna be his zip up hoodie, casino hoodie that had the little slot machine on the chest with this little logo on it. Just a nice black zip up hoodie. Now the reason for this one being one of my favorites is simply the fit is immaculate. It's a little cropped, sleeves are a little bit longer, massive hood. It's quite thick. It's perfect for the fall, the winter. Layering piece is amazing. You can wear it on the cool summer nights. So material is great, the build was great on it, the fit was incredible, and overall it's just a very nice piece. And I've talked about him a lot on this channel and he's doing amazing things, so definitely follow his Instagram if you aren't already. His clothing pieces that he's been designing and producing have been honestly incredible, definitely worth it. Affordable price point, the quality, like I said, amazing. So shout out to him and definitely check it out if you're not familiar already. Now the next thing is going to be my BBS Salomons. These are the BBS Salomon Bamba 5s. I'll actually go grab it right now. So these are them right here, just object dyed all over. Typical Salomon quick lacing system. It's got the little lace garage in here. Little details, we got the 11 here. The insole as well says 11 by Boris Bijan Saberi. I believe probably is how you pronounce it, but BBS Salomons, I picked them up I think in the spring of this year, and honestly I've been wearing them a ton. Brought them with me to Hawaii, wear them almost at least a couple days a week. I know Salomons were extremely popular this year. He does a run of these pretty much every year. Different colors, different models. There's a Speed Cross 3, I think the sandals, and a couple other models, but the Bamba 5, definitely my favorite. The price point is definitely quite high, about double the retail of an XT6 I think, but I was able to pick mine up on sale, so if you are after these, I would, in my opinion, they're definitely worth it. The materials are very cool. It's just a different looking Salomon, something different than the XT6s. So if you can wait for a sale, if you can find them on sale somewhere, definitely recommend picking them up. They are a beautiful shoe and one that I wear almost daily. Now the next thing, something I grabbed while I was in Europe in the spring when I was in London, classic football shirts. If you know me, big football, soccer fan, big Arsenal fan, and I was able to pick up a 1998-99 Arsenal jersey with Bergkamp on the back. Just a classic Arsenal shirt, classic all-time legendary Arsenal player in Bergkamp. I want to get more vintage Arsenal jerseys. I have a lot of their recent ones, but the vintage ones are kind of not hard to find, but when I do come across a good one, they tend to be quite expensive. Obviously the Bruised Banana, probably the most iconic one that fetches the highest price point. I also do want to get the burgundy one from the last season at Highbury with Henry on the back. That's my wish, but those ones are very expensive as well. So something that's not for everybody, but a football shirt, an Arsenal shirt, Dennis Bergkamp, classic vintage Arsenal jersey. Definitely one of my favorites that I'll be holding on to for a very long time, and I'll be wearing it a ton for the rest of the season. We'll see if they can keep that up and maybe win the league. Fingers crossed. Sticking in the football scene of things, this is not a piece of clothing, but more of an experience, and that is, again, when I was in Europe, we were in Paris, and we went to the PSG game. It was against FC Metz, I believe. It was the last game of their season, so of course PSG won the French league. And seeing as it was their last game of the season, they had the big trophy celebration presentation at the end of the game. They had this huge fireworks celebration. All the players obviously on the pitch got the trophy. They were walking around the pitch celebrating the trophy, fireworks, like I said, strobe lights. It was a huge party at the PSG stadium, but that wasn't the main reason that we wanted to go. Obviously, it was cool to see that, but of course, we got to see Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe play. For me, living in Canada, it's not every day, every year that I have a chance to watch them play. So when we went over to Europe, we kind of made it a priority to see at least one game, and we picked Paris just because of the team. Obviously, PSG, a giant over there in Europe, and for me personally, the chance to see Messi and Mbappe and Neymar, I couldn't pass it up. Huge Messi fan as well, so that was really cool to see. Mbappe scored a hat-trick, Neymar scored as well, Di Maria scored as well, and it's his last game for PSG, so that was very cool. Tickets were quite expensive as it's a PSG game, last game of the season, etc., but in my opinion, definitely worth it just to get a chance to watch those three players play. Would definitely do it again. Next up is going to be a Supreme cardigan. This is the brushed mohair cardigan from Spring Summer collection. The green colorway with like the zigzag crosses on it. I'll put a picture up of it here. I'm a huge cardigan guy. Love cardigans. Actually, maybe it's from Fall Winter. It might be from Fall. I think it was from Fall Winter, the first drop, I believe. And I do love cardigans. I love a good mohair. Now this is the brushed mohair, so it's not extremely itchy. It's actually quite comfortable. It's pretty warm. We went to New York in September, and it was warm enough I could layer it. It wasn't too bad. So a Supreme brushed mohair cardigan. Like I said a million times, I love cardigans. And for me, Supreme, I'm still a big fan of the brand, especially their more fashion pieces. Not just like slapping their logo everywhere, box logos, t-shirts, things that like the hype beast will buy. But I love their fashion pieces, their trousers, cardigans, outerwear. They always seem to do a really good job. So Supreme brushed mohair cardigan, definitely one of my favorite pickups from this year. Another pair of shoes are the Oakley chop saws, and these are a relatively recent purchase. I believe I grabbed them a couple of weeks ago off the Oakley website. Now these were kind of brought back to life in partnership with Brain Dead. The ones I grabbed, in the bone colorway, there was another colorway that was exclusive to the Brain Dead website. It was like blue and red. I wasn't the biggest fan of this colorway. I definitely like the cream colorway more, but sticking along the Oakley thing, I love what Brain Dead's been doing. They're kind of revitalizing the Oakley footwear scene, or with the slip-on shoes as well. I think earlier this year they did quite a few colorways of the Oakley slip-on thingy mock things. I forget what they're called, but a few colorways of those. I did a few colorways of the sandal version of that as well. And then, of course, I think the last one for this year was the chop saws, which I'm a huge fan of. From when I first saw them, I think in the summertime, I knew I needed to get them, and luckily I grabbed them on the Oakley website because they dropped on the Brain Dead website. I was unaware of that. They sold out quite quick. Jumped on oakley.ca, grabbed them on there for actually cheaper than they would have been converted, but whatever. I've been wearing them a ton since I've got them in. They are quite thick, they are quite big, chunky, heavy, but I love them. They're very comfortable. I went down a half size, so if you're after them, I'd recommend going down a half size. But like I said, they're heavy, chunky, thick, but I love them. I'm very happy to have them. And last but not least is another thing that was actually gifted to me. I'll just go grab those as well. So these ones are actually Justine's, but I do have the same ones, and they are Subu sandals, slippers, whatever you want to call them. These are the End collaboration, but you can definitely get the regular Subus. I think they're like $40, $50 Canadian. So a very good price, and since seeing as it is the winter now, it's getting very cold in Calgary. I've been wearing these a lot around the apartment. As soon as I get home from work, home from running errands or whatever, I slip them on and they stay on my feet almost all night. They are very cozy, very comfortable. I've been wanting something like this for a while, and luckily I was sent a pair, and one of my favorite things I've got this year. Love them, so I would recommend if you're looking for like a house slipper. Subus, incredible, comfortable, keep your feet nice and toasty. I can't say much else. They are just slippers, but you can also wear them outside probably if you wanted to. They got a nice little rugged outsole if you were inclined to wear them to run some errands or get groceries or whatnot. But for me, they're just gonna stay in the house and I love them. Definitely can't get enough of these. One more actually pair of shoes I will talk about real quick is going to be another Salomon Odyssey in collaboration with And Wander. And once again, I will just go and grab those. So here they are, the Salomon Odyssey collaboration with And Wander. As you can see, these are a model that has laces. Definitely more rare, I guess, for Salomon, especially in the more popular ones that people have been buying throughout this year. They definitely come with the speed lacing system, and I just wanted something different. It has the laces. I don't see many people wearing the Odysseys either. They are very comfortable. I believe these are 8.5. These are actually a size 9. So I got these in my true size. They fit me nicely. They're just a little green, black, and then a little brown hit as well. We got the And Wander branding on the inside of the shoe. So these, very comfortable. I don't really wear them right now in the winter because they're pretty much just like mesh, not very waterproof. But the summer I was wearing these a lot. So for me, when I buy Salomons, I typically will go for something that's a little bit different. Not everyone's gonna have not a typical XT6 or XT4. So these, my Bambas, XT Quest 2 I have as well. So I guess you could say if I had a favorite sneaker brand from this year, it would definitely have to be Salomon. They're just extremely versatile. They're rugged, they hold up well, very comfortable. You can pair them with almost anything in your wardrobe. So for me, Salomon killed it this year again. They've definitely been on a roll for the past couple of years. And actually, okay, one more thing as well, but I cannot find them. I think I'll try and find a pair of Justines real quick just to show you guys. Okay, so another pair of shoes. As you can tell, I love my shoes, but these ones are a little bit different. These are Norda 001, the first shoe that they have come out with. Norda being a Canadian brand out of Montreal, specializing in trail running. They strictly focus on trail running. You can definitely wear them for like running outside on the streets or the treadmills, but they focus on trail running, and these ones have the carbide spikes in them as well. My pair only has the rubber spikes. Justine also has a pair with rubber spikes, but these are very, very versatile, very, very rugged. The upper is made out of Dynamo, which is like one of the strongest materials in the world. They had a custom-made Vibram outsole, very thick, very cushiony, very comfortable. I've worn my pair a ton. I think I grabbed them in the summer, late summer, on sale from Altitude Sports. If you're familiar with them, they're a great website as well. I didn't wear them strictly just trail running, I wore mine also hiking, and they held up very well. Like I said, very, very durable, very comfortable. I'd recommend getting your true size or half size up depending on how wide your foot is, but I want true size, Justine went true size. They're incredible. So Norda's a purchase I definitely do not regret. They are again a bit on the pricey side, but that comes with the territory of the Dynamo material. The Vibram outsole is obviously waterproof, very rugged, nothing's gonna rip it. They're not gonna catch on a rock and like rip or anything. They're extremely, extremely rugged. You can also wear them in the city. I know some friends that have a pair that they just wear them casually. My pair is white and they are kind of destroyed. I'm definitely looking to grab a new pair for the new year. I might wait till they bring out the 002 and see how that is, but Norda 001, a great trail running shoe, a great running shoe, just a great shoe overall, and I love seeing Canadian brands doing incredible things, so this one is for me. Also, extremely light, like it's ridiculously light, it's incredible. So if you're looking for a trail runner, Norda's I would definitely recommend. And that's pretty much all of my memorable purchases from this past year. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.